y'all. Real Eyes said something. Jamil said surviving the MAGAs, the racist MAGAs. Yes, absolutely. Then Real Eyes says lounge. You caught their attention. They big mad. Oh, they big mad. I done made #1 on the to sue list. Bring it on, baby. Don't threaten me with a good time. Just like you guys can sue, I can sue too, along with all those other people on the list. Now, what makes you think, because y'all got a lawyer that we don't got lawyers? I'm sadly mistaken, and I'm sadly to report to you, but you guys are definitely wrong. I mean, just like with Kimberly. Y'all, Kimberly had to bring out her whole law degree on them. She had to pop out and show them jokers and them ninjas what she's all about. Y'all thought that Kimberly was just an old little white girl that was just over there looking like, like she's, country trailer park trash or something. And no, she's absolutely not. She's a very educated white woman who is speaking up for Nolan Wells and Kendrick Johnson. And I think, I'm not sure she spoke on Carmelo, but I know Kimberly has a degree. And she had to pop out and show them ninjas. And she's been going harder just like me. They got me #1 on the list. I told Kimber she can have the #1 slot. But either way it goes, somebody's going to be getting their rights read to them, whether it's me or whether it's Kimberly. But y'all know Kimberly is going hard in the paint, and so am I. That is just giving me fuel to ignite my justice for Nolan fire, right? Don't threaten me with a good time, right? It's going to be detrimental. Either Kimber goes first or I go first in the courtroom. I don't know, but y'all, let's continue. I'm not scared of them jokers.
Wells, Javon, and I want Javon to hear this, and I want any other black person who was on Devil Horns Island that day to hear this. And I want any black person who was celebrating the 4th of July to hear this. No black person, no black freedman, no black immigrant, no member of the black race at all should have been celebrating July 4th, 2026. No one should have been celebrating America's 250th solar
Thank you,
return.
Crazy
And
Red.
why? Because our ancestors were still enslaved on July 4th, 1776. So why are we on White Devil Horns Island anyway, celebrating George Washington and Thomas Jefferson and Alexander Hamilton and all these other white supremacists and slave masters? Why are we even celebrating them anyway?
Oh, Umar Johnson is reading all the black people their rights. I mean, he said, why are we over there on Devil? Umar, for that 3 times, he even gave Horn Island a whole nother name. He said Devil Horn Island. Y'all, Umar, for the next 3 times, I can't say this is his bread and butter. Y'all know he does not like it when, the white folks is trying to get over on the black folks. This is his bread and butter, y'all. I'm surprised that he took all this time to answer and respond, because usually Umar, he is on top of the A game when it comes to this type of stuff, y'all. But y'all, let's continue. Let's listen to Umar for this 3 times.
Nolan shouldn't have been out there. Javon shouldn't have been out there. No black person should have been celebrating the 4th of July, period. We would be enslaved for almost another century after America got her independence. So what are we celebrating for? To celebrate the 4th of July as an African is to celebrate the enslavement of your ancestors and the freedom of your slave masters. It makes no sense. Now, with that being said, I'm not blaming Nolan in any way, shape, form, or fashion for his loss of life. I'm just simply saying he shouldn't have been out there. Now let's take a closer look at this art. According to what I'm seeing, what I'm hearing, and what I've read, Nolan, Warren, Wyatt, and Trayston left for Horn Island the morning of July 4th. According to Warren's own words that he offered during an interview with Officer B.T. That's
Hold up, y'all. Art of dialogue. Excuse me, I'm drinking my morning breakfast juice, green juice. I got like pulp on my teeth. But y'all, Umar finessed 3 times. Y'all, he is about to read, Tatum, the Magatation, only slave on the plantation working ucker. He's about to read him his rights. Y'all, let's listen, because he's about to read him his rights. The only MAGA blacktation slave on the plantation, on the MAGAtation, he's the only one out there on the tation right now. So y'all, let's listen to what Umar is about to say. He's about to read him his rights, y'all. Let's listen, y'all.
U-N-E, as in K-H-E-W-N, as in K-U-H-N.
Get him, Umar.
C-O-W-N. So Warren did a sit down with Officer BT, and as we all know, BT is white YouTube's pet monkey.
I'm sorry, y'all. Umar said that the raccoon is YouTube's pet monkey. Y'all, is he the pet monkey that stole Christmas on the MAGAtation, the only slave working for the MAGAs? Oh my. Let's finish listening to Umar read him his rights, y'all. This is hilarious, y'all.
YouTube's pet monkey. So Warren sat down.
Hold on, let me rewind that because that was hilarious. He said that he is YouTube's pet monkey. Oh, alopecia.
Interview with Officer BT, that's as in C-U-N-E, as in K-H-E-W-N, as in K-U-H-N, as in C-O-W-N. So Warren did a sit down with Officer BT, and as we all know, BT is white YouTube's pet monkey. He's white YouTube's pet monkey. So Warren sat down for an interview.
Y'all smash the like button. Let's get the likes up, y'all. Let's push this out in the algorithm. This is Umar Johnson. He's on the Art of Dialogue. Shout out to Art of Dialogue. We are just doing a reaction to what Umar Johnson is saying in about the Nolan Wells case. But he is calling the MAGAtation Tatum Batum. He's calling him YouTube's pet monkey. Y'all, let's continue.
With white YouTube's pet monkey. And he said that they left for Warren's Island the morning of July 4th, and that it was approximately 30 of them spread across 3 boats. Approximately 30 youth spread across 3 boats. They all went to Horn Island together. They arrived at approximately 11:30. So they left around 9-ish, 8, 9-ish, whatever the case may be. They left the morning of July 4th. They arrived on White Devil's Horn Island at about 11:30.
Wow.
So 3 boats, 30 youth, they went together. I'm not clear on whether the 3 boats came back together or not. That's another question that I have, Art. Did they come back?
And now, let me turn it around. Now, what I didn't know is that Horn Island, that I believe it's like a 30-minute boat ride out to Horn Island, if I'm not mistaken. So that's like a good little ways. And for 3 boats with like probably 10 people, I guess maybe per boat, 30 people he's saying, like, where's the other 30 people? Why haven't they came out and spoken? Why has it only been Warren? Why has it only been Trayston with his dirty clothes pants up there on Batum's podcast doing an interview, and filthy McNasty clothes looking like a whole bum that stole Christmas, looking dirty like he's running from the police, y'all. I mean, I just don't understand. There's no way I would interview anybody on my platform looking like they is running from the police.
They left together, because I'm treating all 30 of those white youth and all 3 of those ships as crime scenes and as suspects. All 3 ships are potential crime scenes. All 3 boats are potential crime scenes, and all 30 youth are potential suspects. I don't know why Jackson County Sheriff Ledbetter or Jackson County District Attorney Mulrath, I don't know why they decided to separate the boat that Nolan was on. Warren's boat. I don't know why they separated that boat from the other 2 for purposes of investigation and analysis. Because those 3 boats operated as a team. And since they went out there as a team, and it hasn't been made clear to me whether or not they came back together as a team, all 30 white youth and all 3 boats should have been part of this investigation, not just the one boat. That is my first big issue with this case. Who decided to separate the other 2 boats and the other 20 or so youth? I got a problem with that, Art, because according to the Cajun Navy, they have no GPS information on the other 2 boats, Art. They have no GPS information on the other 2 boats. Now let's get into this. According to Warren and Nolan's other so-called white friends, they decided to leave the island around 4:30. So they were roughly on White Devil's Horn Island from 11:30 to 4:30. That is about 5 hours. Now,
Yo, let's smash the like button. This is where Umar is trying to basically, like, draw, dot to dot to try to trace back, like, when they went to Horn Island, what they were doing. But I also shout out to Queen, the original Queen Ahmadiyya Shakur channel. She kind of said and mentioned something really, really great, and y'all need to go and check her channel out. She said, what if this is a situation where it probably was an accident, right? But when Bart was hurt on the boat tow, maybe that's when the situation, of course, because they said, on the boat tow call, it says Nolan's dead, wake the F up, Nolan. Remember they were saying they were calling that out? But with them calling that out and saying that, does that mean that there was possibly just from the boat tow call, it was some type of accident? And the reason why whoever was on the boat tow call with the operator, she said, do you guys need the Coast Guard? And they said no. So if it's an accident or a situation, you're calling in a boat tow saying your boat is taking on water, why would you not want to have the Coast Guard or some help to come out to help you if you're sinking, right? If you're in 30 feet of water, hey, Drake's mustache, how you doing, nephew? Welcome. So if you are in that deep of water, would you not want the Coast Guard, anybody to come? I mean, if they had an ambulance that can drive on the water, police that can drive on the water, you would want somebody to come rescue you. So this is why I believe what Queen was saying was possibly true. Y'all smash the like button, get the likes up. I believe that that's maybe one of my thoughts, possibly, allegedly. Let the record reflect that this is my opinion and my opinion only, because y'all know they have me as #1 to be sued on the list, but do I care? Absolutely not. I don't give a flying F what number I am, and even if I made the list, I don't care. But anyway, this is my opinion. Let the record reflect. And this is Queen's words. I'm stealing your words, Queen. But anyway, this is my opinion, because remember Murdoch? Remember Alex Murdoch, he had a son that one of the sons went and got some alcohol from a liquor store using his mother's debit card or credit card and using his older brother's ID card. Well, come to find out, they were trying to cover it up. So then this is when Murdoch, I guess, unalived his wife and one of his sons, and then they try to cover it up. But at the end of the day, they did have to pay, I think, a $500,000 that Murdoch had to pay. And then they went and sued the store, the liquor store where the Alex Murdoch's son got the liquor from. And they sued that store for like a whole lot of money. So it was a lady that passed away in the situation. So I'm thinking what Queen was saying, maybe Queen is onto something. Maybe it was just an accident, possibly, where, because remember, what's his name? Bart's lawyer came out and said, well, he just went to go and, tow the boat, like pull the boat. So was it an accident, really, possibly, that led to Nolan Wells' death? I mean, that could possibly be a thing. This is just one of my theories. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to figure out what possible. We all are trying to figure it out, right? Nephew says, laughing, LMAO, they want you and Jamil to so bad. I know they want us so bad, nephew. They want us so bad. I mean, they want us so bad. I mean, they can't even fathom how bad they want us. But I don't care. I don't give a flying F. I'm going to continue to say, just like they calling us in words, the black people. And I'm talking, this is for the racist white people. They haven't even, what's his name? The one that got arrested at Carmelo Anthony, he having a N walk with the hard R. He's having an N walk, and y'all want me to be quiet? Y'all want to put me number one on the list? Well, baby, don't threaten me with a good time, okay? Hey, Bronze, good morning. How are you? Bronze says, hit the like button, everybody. Thank you, Bronze. Happy Sunday fun day. Don't threaten me with a good time, y'all racist white folks, because not all people are white people are racist. Not all white are white. Not all Indians are racist. Not all Mexicans are racist. But there are a lot of white people that are standing up for what's right. The way that they are treating us black folks. Look at Kimberly. Look at Nancy Grace is even kind of standing in, y'all. You know, we can't give Nancy Grace 100%, but at least she gave she's given her thoughts and opinions and trying to get to the bottom of this as well. She even hired an engineer to go and redo that video, the boat tow video, and she came up with the same thing. The person she hired came up with the same thing that Janetta came up with when she decoded and enhanced those voices in the back. So they could be mad all they want to, and Nancy Grace at me, because you know I'm number one on the list, baby. And leave me number one. I will read them people they rights. When you have people out there having N with the hard R walks out there, and you trying to silence all of us. I mean, there's a lot of content creators. They got to be careful. You got to be careful what you ask for, because if you don't come send for us, we won't come send for you. So why you think that, you know, all of us cannot, cannot or do not have lawyers? They may want to think again. Hey, Bougie Barbie, how are you? Welcome in. So y'all, let's continue watching Umar Finesse 3 time read the Batum, the Magatation, the only black person on the Magatation. He is reading him his rights. So y'all, let's continue.